that was part of the attraction for me. So many different types of movie inside of this. It's sort of genre defying.
And I'm glad you mentioned music too, because I always really like the music choices that John and Glenn make.
It felt a little like a film noir comedy, psychological drama. But it was very well done. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, they managed to find the right balance between all genres, I think.
Should I keep my wallet away from you guys?
Yes,
definitely from Margot.
You can't be trusted.
Yeah,
I didn't bring a watch. I brought a plastic.
I've already
watch.
taken it, but yeah.
Let me ask you, how do you relate? Don't you think he's the coolest guy in Hollywood?
Yeah, he's alright.
How?
Yeah.
I wouldn't use the word
fair
cool
to middling. Fair to middling.
He's okay.
How do you keep the coolness after all the attention you got, all the success?
Yeah, Will, how are you so cool?
Yeah.
Well,
I want to be like you. I want to be cool.
No, it's always, it's
He has really cool co-stars.
It's who I choose to associate with. That's right.
Cool by association. That's it.
Yeah, if you just sit, if you sit next to Margot Robbie, you're gonna look pretty damn cool.
Good answer. Right.
The film, there's several sequences in which you guys discuss being a nail or being a hammer. When did you decide to become a hammer, or is that something genetic, or how does it work?
That's interesting. I think
where does ambition kind of grow from?
Yeah, I think in general, we're all hammers and nails. I think that there might be a predisposition, but the one thing that I learned on this film from Apollo Robbins was the model for my character is that you can win from both positions. That you learn to play both positions. You can be the hammer, and you want to be the hammer, but if you are the nail, what do they call it? Being upside down. When you get upside down in a con, that there's power from that position also. It's almost like a stealing martial art.
It's true. It's like reversing.
Reversing the energy. Be like water when you steal stuff from people.
Apollo never said that. He's just ripping that.
So your introduction to Hollywood was really cool. I mean, Leonardo, now Will Smith. What's going on?
Yeah.
Are you staying here forever or what?
No, I have it in a contract that I will not work with someone unless they are as big as Will. And
Super cool.
I worked with Leo, and then I was like, well, who's going to top that? Well, Will. And now I can't work because I've done work. No, I don't know. I've done other films as well with wonderful actors as well, but I've been very fortunate with my co-stars.
Well, how do you keep your private life private? You're not a product of tabloid and subculture, which is great. What does one has to do in your position to keep that protection? Bodyguards? No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, I think for the.
Do you remember that day in Argentina when I said we were all going out for ice cream and we were about to go out for ice cream and Will's like, all right, you guys go. I can't go obviously, and I was like, well, look, when you go everywhere, there's like security around you, and it's like this big fuss. And I think if you just walked out normally without a bunch of people, you'd go unnoticed.
I said, Margot, I can't just walk out and walk down. She said, you know what? You're saying that.
I was like, you're causing this. Like,
this.
honestly, if you just walked out normal, no one would notice.
I said, okay,
and he's like, oh
let's
yeah,
go get some
cool,
ice cream.
Cool,
let's go walk down the street.
So we walk out of the front of the hotel, and it was just like, boom. It was like, there was like a mob on him, and I was like, sorry from afar. I was like,
and I'm looking, I'm like, no, you
he's like
over here and do
eyes.
security. You get over here, you do security right now.
He's glaring at me like, yeah, I told you so. And he knew it was going to happen from the start. He was just indulging me.